Being an emerging leader, it's very likely you want to know what books to read. In this video, I'm sharing with you 3 of my favorite books to help you grow as a leader. These are books you must read to learn about charisma, influence, and mindset. The links to all of the books that I'm going to talk about are in the description below. Now, I do need to let you know that those links are affiliate links, which means I earn a commission if you purchase the books through those links. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but I earn a commission if you purchase through those links. It's a great way for you to help support my channel, and I would be very grateful if you're interested in those books that you purchase through the links I share in the description below. The first leadership book is Mindset: Changing the Way You Think to Fulfill Your Potential. Mindset was written by Dr. Carol S. Dweck and first published in 2012. It's basically an in-depth look at the growth mindset versus the fixed mindset, and talks a lot about how we can use the growth mindset to help us achieve our goals both personally and professionally. The author explains that the fixed mindset prevents us from overcoming challenges and improving ourselves. This stems from the fact that when you have the fixed mindset, you believe that your qualities that you have are carved in stone, that you are born with certain qualities and that they do not change, and you cannot change them throughout your life. You only have a certain amount of intelligence, personality, and moral character, and these things cannot be changed. For example, when people with a fixed mindset fail an exam, they might tell themselves, "I'm such a loser, I'm a total failure," or "my teacher hates me." They don't imagine that they can learn and improve. Whereas the growth mindset is based on the belief that your qualities, your intelligence, your personality, your moral character are things that you can cultivate through your own effort. Basically, you can build them and you can grow more. For example, people with the growth mindset, when they fail an exam, their response is very different to those with the fixed mindset. People with the growth mindset, they tell themselves, "I need to study harder next time," or "I need to get feedback from the teacher and find out where I went wrong." They recognize the importance of effort. They don't believe their qualities are set in stone. They believe that through effort, they can improve and they can grow and they can better themselves for the next time around. One thing that really stood out to me in this book is the way the author applied the growth mindset to business leaders and helped us understand how successful business leaders used the growth mindset to achieve the level of success that they have in their career. People like Jack Welch, Lou Gerstner, and Mulcahy all had something in common. They had the growth mindset. In this book, we learned what they did, how they used the growth mindset to achieve their success. Carol Dweck also incorporates a lot of research and stories all throughout the book, so you can get relatable content on the theory that she talks about. I had heard about this book. Obviously, it's very famous and I'd wanted to read it for a while. One day I was walking through a secondhand shop and I saw the book, so of course I bought it. I have to say that this book has really helped me reframe how I see failure and challenges. Instead of seeing them as a threat, I now see them as a learning opportunity, a growth opportunity. It has helped me see the value of effort. With effort, that is how you learn, that is how you grow. Just because something requires effort, it doesn't mean that you aren't good at it. It doesn't mean that you're not meant for that particular task. It's through the effort you put in that you learn and you grow and become better at it. It's helped me realize that you don't need to feel confident when you face new tasks or when you face new challenges. And actually, it's through the process of facing that challenge that you learn new skills, that you develop new qualities, that you can actually build the growth mindset and you build more confidence. I think if you want to learn how to master your mindset, how to build confidence, how to get through obstacles, get through failures, get through struggles better with a better frame of mind, then this book is definitely for you. It will teach you a lot about that strong mindset that you need to help you achieve the success that you desire in your life. If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this on leadership every week. The second book I want to introduce to you is Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion by Robert B. Cialdini. This book is basically a summary of compliance and persuasion. What do persuasive people do to get others to say yes? What techniques do these people use to get others to comply with their requests, either automatically or immediately? Your first thoughts about this book might be, well, that's for salespeople. I don't need to get people to say yes. But that is absolutely untrue. This book is not only for salespeople, it is for any business person. It helps you in your work life. It also helps you in your family life anytime you need someone to comply with something you have asked them to do. The author talks about the rule of reciprocity, which is the theory that if somebody does us a favor, we're more likely to want to return that favor because you have a sense of obligation to that person. Somebody has done you a favor, you feel obliged to return that favor. You might commonly see this in play on social media. When somebody likes or comments on one of your posts, it might make you more inclined to like or comment on that person's post as well. He also breaks down the concept of likability and explains how you can get people to like you through compliments and through finding similarities. He also talks about how to use influence and authority and how you can use the appearance of authority to get people to comply or to influence them. The whole book is a fantastic insight into human behavior. This is something that absolutely fascinates me. You'll learn how people work, you'll learn what makes them tick, and you can go on and use this information that you have in your work life or your home life as well. What struck me most about this book was how widespread these applications are. So you can use it in your business life, absolutely, but you can also use it with your friends, with your family, or even with your children. Personally, I feel it's an incredibly important book to read if you want to learn about buy-in, getting buy-in from others, particularly in meetings. I know this is a topic that many emerging leaders want to know about. You don't feel you really know how to do, you don't know how to get buy-in. This book will teach you all you need to know about how to get buy-in. So it's a fantastic accompaniment to your career journey and your leadership journey. I actually consumed this book as an audiobook. That's why I don't have a printed version to show you, but obviously it's available as a printed book, which you can buy on Amazon or any other book outlet. This book has absolutely changed me. I am a lifelong people pleaser. Maybe you can relate. People would often get me to say yes to do things I didn't want to do. And this book has really helped me to be able to say no, to learn how to say no, to learn what the other person does, what they say to me, how they can get me to say yes immediately and automatically, how they can get that automatic compliance with me to say yes. It's helped me understand that whole process. So I'm now in a better position to say no, to set my boundaries and say no when I need to. If you want to learn how to stop saying yes, like me, you will definitely get a lot from this book. If you want to learn how to get other people to say yes and become more influential in your communication or your interactions with others, you will learn a lot from this book. Basically, if you want to understand the behavior of influential people to become more influential yourself, in business, at home, with your friends, with your family, then you will learn a lot from this book. The third book is called The Charisma Myth, The Art of Personal Magnetism by Olivia Fox Cabane. This book is about demystifying charismatic people and understanding what makes them so charismatic. The author breaks down the process of becoming more charismatic so regular people like you and like me can learn to become more charismatic in our lives. Ms. Cabane talks about how to use presence, power, and warmth to develop charisma. I know these are really important elements in leadership to help you develop your leadership presence, to help you develop your leadership reputation as well. She talks about developing a charismatic mindset, so developing the mindset of a charismatic person. What is that exactly and how can you do it? In that process, she reveals how you can use visualization, gratitude, and even body language to develop your own charismatic mindset. Towards the end of the book, there is a fantastic chapter on speaking and listening with charisma. And if you implement the tips that she shares in this book on first impressions, on voice, on body language, you will absolutely transform yourself. You will go from being quiet and hesitant to charismatic and confident. I know this is something that many viewers of this channel really want to know how to do. There are so many learning points I got from this book, I'm not quite sure where to start, but listening attentively was one that really comes to mind. How you can listen attentively, how you can be present in a conversation and make the other person feel that you're really with them. In our busy day-to-day lives, lack of attention, our mind wandering in conversations, it's a common thing that happens, right? But Miss Cobain, the author of this book, talks about how you can use your body language, how you can change your mental state to stop your mind from wandering and thinking of other things, and how you can be present with that person in the conversation. She also talks about how there is not just one style of charisma. There are a number of different styles of charisma that you can choose to adopt depending on the situation you're in and the people you are with. There is focus charisma, visionary charisma, kindness charisma, and authority charisma that you can choose to adopt. This is particularly helpful in leadership because you don't always want to use the same style. For example, you won't always want to use authority charisma. It won't be helpful for you in empathetic conversations that you have to have. So you will need to change the style of charisma that you use depending on who you're with and the situation you are in. I actually bought this book on Amazon years ago when it was first published back in 2012. I was living in France at that time. I had just started my business, Executive Impressions, which is what I am running even today. And I was fascinated with things like first impressions, presence, charisma, and confidence, and all of those things are in this book. I bought the book and I would go cafe hopping and go from cafe to cafe, drinking espressos and eating croissants while I was reading this book. So it's a fantastic book. I have a lot of fond memories of reading this book. This book has changed my idea on how to be charismatic and helped me realize that you can actually cultivate charisma, you can build charisma rather than see it as something that people are born with, that it's a natural quality people are born with and some people aren't born with. I now know that it's something we can build, something we can grow, something we can cultivate, just like the growth mindset. None of these techniques in the book that Olivia Fox Cobain shares are difficult. All of them are accessible and you can apply them immediately in your life. That is probably what I love the most about this book, is that it is so accessible, it is so easy, and it's so applicable in everyone's life. If you lack confidence, if you want to be more confident, if you want to feel more confident, if you want to speak with more confidence, then this book is absolutely for you. If you want to know how to have more presence, power, warmth, and ultimately influence with others in your work life, in your personal life, then without a doubt, this book is for you. It is groundbreaking, and in my opinion, it's a best-selling book even to this day. So bravo, Olivia Fox Cobain, for putting it together. As I mentioned, all the links to the books that I talked about in this video are in the description below. If you have read any of these books and you want to share your thoughts with us, then let us know in the comments below. I would love to hear what you think about these books. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.